Hello guys, what's going on? It's me, Gio again. I'm just gonna give you guys a quick update on my 60. Uh, Show you guys how my corals are doing and everybody fish-wise, everything is doing real good. Um, so if you guys can see, colors from last time, they're getting better. And health-wise, I start, at one point my corals, they get a little bleach, they get a little fade out. Not all of it, but I would probably say most of it. So I get a slightly algae going on the tank. I guess due to maybe lack of water changes and maintenance, pretty much due to work and everything else. So I kind of like just let the tank be, let it be. So algae, because the heavy feeding and everything appears a little bit on the tank. So I start using no pots from Red Sea, which I tell you what, that works pretty good. Uh, that's the ticket right there for any algae, I believe. But if you're not careful, you end up bleaching some corals and then might killing some corals, which I did mess up one of my chalice corals, and they're still a little bit left, but I'm not sure if she will come back or not. So I guess that's the price we end up paying. But everything else, is coming back. I stopped dosing the product about 3 weeks ago, and I can see the improvement. I still got no algae. That's the great thing, and I still giving a heavy feeding on the corals and the fish. But I start tracking more of my water changes. Just remember, I'm not using nothing on this tank. I'm only using a return pump and Cheto as an algae for refusion, and that's it. I'm not using anything like roll fuzz or anything like that. I'm not using a skimmer. So if you stop the water changes, things start accumulating, and yes, and then eventually, little by little, they start showing more and more. So water changes, I believe, a lot of people I know, and even myself, they're not really like to do water changes because uh, it's just time, after a long day of work and things you gotta do and everything else, and then you still gotta spend. But I mean, it's only maybe it takes me about an hour from the time that I do my water, and I only do 10 gallons. I don't really do more than that. And changing it out, mixing it, I use a big pump to mix 10 gallons, and it goes pretty quick. So yeah, so I started doing that for the last 3 weeks. I've been doing a one water change a week on Sundays. I do my 10 gallons, and that's it. I still have everything else. My heavy feeding the corals. I almost feed these corals almost every day, if it's not every other day, which that's a lot. A lot of people only feed corals, once a week or maybe twice a week. On my case, I like to see my corals real big and fat and healthy. So that's the way I like to do it. But I gotta do my water changes a little more often. Or another thing, it will be just having a protein skimmer. But so far for my future tank, which I did tell you guys, there's a tank coming. I'm not gonna tell you guys the size, but it's pretty big, way bigger than this. You guys will see it once I arrive. I will give you guys dimensions on the tank, how wide, how long, and how tall the tank will be, and things that we will be changing for that new tank setup. Of course, I'll be using the same lights. Uh, I'll be using my radiance in there. So lights will be the same, and I might use the same sump. I got my eye in a different sump, which I really like that sump. So let's see. Uh, Bummer is if I get the sump, plus the tank and everything else, and I'm planning to get a skimmer. So you know how it goes. It will be another project, but at least I can have I can do my setup, my new tank. I can run it, and then at one point I can swap my sump, and then I can add a protein skimmer to it, so it can be added to it, no problem. So yeah, So things, I'm just gonna walk you guys real quick and show you guys how things are doing. I got a couple quarters that I add to it. You guys can see my Jason Fox Toro Bravo is doing real good. My skull is on the back. Everything is getting pretty nice due to heavy feeding and my regular water changes. That one right there in the middle is a new piece. And you guys can see some of the quarters how much they have grown. They're doing real good. So I'm just going to keep this video kind of short, so now don't give you too much blah blah blah. So just I want to thank everybody and thank my subscribers and my new subscribers. Thank you, and I will keep you guys update. And then on the new build is coming. So thank you.